a thing called SampleBot by the same people that brought you Loopy HD, and that's from Tasty Pixel. And as you can see here, we've got some sample pads, and they're pretty much laid out in a pretty easy fashion. The first three are dedicated for your rhythm. So this one is named kick, then you got snare, then hi-hat. The reason they're named is because they do have presets, and once you load them in, they play the way they're supposed to. So if you have a sound for kick in the first one, and then a sound for snare and a sound for hi-hat, pretty much they'll play correctly, you know. So it's just an idea. You don't have to use them for that. You can use them for anything you wish, but they're just there to kind of keep everything in sync, you know. So what have we got? Pretty much we've got 15 pads, and they're very big, very well laid out, and you've also got a built-in sequencer. So the first thing I'm going to do, just to get into it, I'll show you a few of the features, is I'm going to set up a little click track. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I'll just record my myself doing a snap. So I'll just, when you tap a pad, it'll wait for a sound, but if you tap it a second time, it'll actually start recording immediately. So we're just going to snap a sound in here. So I'm just going to tap it once, and there it is. So we just turn up the volume here so you can hear it. Okay, and I'm going to do the same in here too. So I'm going to just tap it. And the good thing about this, and I really love this, is that it's actually got an editor in it. So all you can do is swipe to one side, press the pencil, and you've got an editor. You know, it's a really, really, really cool editor. And we just get a better shot there. So here we go. Okay, so just to give you a clearer idea, I'll just pull this all the way back here just to make it bigger. So I'm going to trim, and as you see, you have your lead. So I'm going to pretty much bring this in here, and I don't like having a trail after it, so I'll bring it to here, and then we just up here you've got trim. You probably can't see it, so we'll just adjust the camera so you can see it. There you go. Okay, so you've got trim here, so you just press trim, and it trims it. Okay, and then you can preview it. Okay, so when you're happy with that, and again, of course, you can bring the volume down too, so it's pretty handy to bring the volume up and down. And of course, then you've got a balance, which really I love this because it just allows you to do so much with it. So once you're happy with that, press close, and we've got our. And then I'll just come into this one, and I'll have a look. Okay, that's the one we've been in, so you kind of get lost sometimes. I'll have a look at this one, and I'll get the leading edge off this. I'll just trim it, and I'll bring this in here. And again, just to cut off any trails, I'll trim it down further. Okay, and now we've got. Okay. So now that you've got your sound, I'm going to set up a little click track. So I'm going to go into the sequencer, which is a really nice sequencer. It's pretty well laid out. These here are your individual pads, and I'll get to these in a moment. So here you'll see is where the rhythm section is. Now if you tap it, it does expand, so it gives you these expansion of the sounds that you have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up myself a two bar click. So first thing I'll do is I'm going to tap in the timeline here, and that'll just give me one click, and then I'm going to do another one, and another one, and another one. So you got 4 clicks there, and I think I'll do it again, you know, just to, okay. And then down here I'm going to put one more because I want to make the first click louder. Okay, so let's have a listen. Okay, let me do it again. Now what I want to do, this good thing about this is you can actually get into the sample editor from here too. To do that, you simply hold, and boom, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to make my main track lower, just about here, and let's just give a volume difference so I know when it's starting and stopping. So when I come back here and now I play it, I hear. Okay, and now we're going to put on a loop. So there's the loop. We just bring the loop all the way back to here. Okay, and go just want to bring the volume of this one up. Okay. Okay, so then we know it's looping. Okay. Right, so now we've got that going. I'm going to exit. Next fact, what I want to show you is I'm going to put in some placeholders. This is the way I like to work with it. What we do is I'll come in here, I'll tap here. I'll just put this in, and I'll put another one in. And I'll show you why I do this. These are empty clips, okay? So they're not going to play anything, but watch. Okay? So now I'm getting ready. I'm going to put in a little bass line. Now you're going to get some bleed over because we're using the mic on the iPad, but you'll get the idea. So let's do a little bit of a bass line. Boom, bum 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 Okay, and let's say try to do a bit of a rhythm. Okay, so get ready. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now we'll do a little bit of a lead. I think we've got a lead in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have. Okay, so. Okay, that's pretty cool. So now we've got our little bit of a song there. Now I'm going to show you another part of it, which is you can actually import your own sounds, which is pretty cool. So this is how you import sounds. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the main page here, and we've got Audio Share open. I've got a little bit of a rhythm track here. Okay, so I'm going to import that, and all you simply do is press your share, and it'll come up, and you simply swipe. You get AudioBot, okay, and then it pops over. Now it asks you where you want to put your sound. I'm going to choose down here. Just tap it, and boom, it's right in there. Now this gets pretty loud, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down a bit, okay, about here, okay, just to so you can hear everything. And what I'm going to do now is just let you hear it, okay, and I'm going to put it into the timeline. So we just stop this, place it in here, okay, and we don't need this click track anymore because we've got our rhythm, so I'm going to get rid of it. And to do it, you just press the select tool, which is down here, just this one here, and all we do is select it, delete, and this one here too. So I want to get rid of that one. You can tap it and it gets rid of it. Okay, so now what we got is we've got this. And you can't really hear this, so I think I'll turn the volume up. So I'm going to turn the volume up to about here, and now we'll try it again. Okay, so that's how you do your general recording, but now I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. We're going to keep our rhythm track. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use AudioBus. So what we do is, once again, we just pull out of here and make sure AudioBus is set up. Okay, so I'm going to use Poison, and I'm going to pull in AudioBus, so we need to go back here, and here's AudioBus. Okay, we just clear our session. Now I'll just put SampleBot in here, and then what we do is we'll put in Poison. Just find it in here somewhere. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there it is here. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to set up a little bass line. So I'm going to turn the key down to low. I think we can go lower than that, about here. Okay, so what we do is we go back to SampleBot. And the good thing about SampleBot, again, you can trigger things. So we don't need these samples here. We get rid of these samples because we're not using them anymore. And it's pretty handy. We are using that one, so we get rid of this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the pad ready and primed to record. So I'll just set that playing. So I'm going to prime it. Okay. Come back here. I just want to do it that way. We'll do it another way. Okay. And when you come back, it's being recorded, so we just tap it. Okay. Now we can go to the timeline. I'm just going to basically snap it in there. So I'll just go. And I'm going to turn it down a bit. And I think I'll do this one too, just to give me. Okay. And then what we do is we'll come back to here. I'll prime the little one. I'm going to do a lead, so we'll go to this one here. Okay, so that's primed. Okay, and then what we do is we go back to our I'm going to bring it up high. Okay. Then it's recorded, and this is what it sounds like. There you go. So it's pretty handy. I mean, you've got yourself pretty much a whole workstation here. You can sample, you can trigger, you can edit, you know, and they've pulled together a lot of features in here to make it a great scratch pad for putting together some tracks very quickly. And with the combination of audio bus and the audio share feature, pretty much you've got everything you need. So I think it's well worth getting, and it'll be actually out pretty soon. At this point, it's still in testing, but I think this is the final version, so it should be out pretty soon, and it's called SampleBot. So I think go get it. Have fun. Talk to you later, guys.